chapter which we are starting today, that chapter is chapter number 5, remainder and factor theorem. This is the chapter which we are going to start today. Okay. Now, first thing, we have been going through with algebra with a lot of time, and in these ones we have gone through with different type of equations, with different type of linear equation, quadratic equations. We have done all of them. Okay. So, for instance, if I am having 4x square minus 5x plus 6, or if I am having 7y minus 5. So what are these? All of this which is given over here, these are called polynomials. This is polynomial, this is polynomial. If I am writing something like this, 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 5, this is also polynomial. All of this thing which is written over here, this is your polynomial. Okay. Now, as you can see that I'm saying all of them are polynomials, but this one is a little bit different. This one is a little bit different. This one is a little bit different. Why it is different? Because the thing is that over here the highest power is x square. Over here the highest power of y is 1, and over here it is x cubed. So every polynomial whichever we have got, that always will have a degree. Okay, that always will have a degree over there. And what does this degree means? This degree means, if I am saying the word of degree, it means highest power of polynomial. So, what is the highest power over here? The highest power is 2. It means that this polynomial is of degree 2, or the degree of this polynomial is 2. Okay. Over here, highest power of variable. Highest power of variable is 1. Okay. So what will I write? I will write this is of degree 1. Right? In this one, this will be written as degree 3. So the polynomial having whatever is the highest power of variable in a polynomial, that will be known as the degree of that polynomial. This is of degree 3. This is of degree 1. This is of degree 2. Highest power of the variable will be known as the degree of the polynomial. Polynomial on the basis of its degree. Okay. And your polynomials are differentiated on something else also. It is differentiated on number of terms also. Okay. If I'm saying that a polynomial has only one term, a polynomial has only one term, that will be called as monomial. It's a polynomial whose name is monomial. Okay. If I'm saying, let's say it has nothing to do with the power. Okay. If I'm saying, let's say 5x minus 7, I can't solve it. So this is binomial. This is a binomial polynomial. Okay? A binomial polynomial whose degree is 1. A monomial polynomial whose degree is 3. Okay? One, two, three. Three terms are there. Trinomial. It's a trinomial of degree 4. Okay? If we have more than 3 terms, that will be considered as polynomial. For instance, I'm saying that 2x square, 2x plus 3 whole square. 2x plus 3 whole square, this I have written over here, equals to, I don't know right now, I don't know about the expansion of this one. Okay? So I'm saying k ax square plus bx plus c. This I have written. I'm saying this one is equals to this thing. But I don't know the expansion of this one. I don't know the value of ABC. They are saying that this thing and this thing is equal. And they are saying that find the value of ABC. So how will I work with this thing? How will I solve this one? I can't do anything over here. Ax square plus bx plus c. I can't do anything over here. But I can expand this one. Okay. So this will become 4x square. Then 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12x. Then 9 equals to ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. Now they were not asking you have to expand this one. They were saying find the value of a, b, and c. Okay. Find the value of a, b, and c. Now, what is a over here in this question? Over here, a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the coefficient of x to the power 0, or you can say that c is a constant because it has no variable written over there. Coming to this side, the coefficient of x square is 4, the coefficient of x is 12, and the constant is 9. Now, what is this thing showing? This thing is showing that this side and this side is going to be equal. Okay? This thing is showing that this side and this side is going to be equal. So it means what I can say, I will say let's find out the coefficients. Let's compare coefficients. Compare coefficient of x square, coefficient of x, and coefficient of x to the power 0, which you can also write as constant. So on this side, the coefficient, first of all, I said both of them are equal. How can I say that they are equal? So I have checked few of the things. What are those few things? First of all, this is a polynomial of degree 2. This is also a polynomial of degree 2. This one is a trinomial because there are 3 terms. This is also a trinomial because it has got 3 terms. Degree is same, number of terms is same. That's why I can say that this polynomial is equals to this one. The coefficient of x square on this side is 4. The coefficient of x square on this side is a. The coefficient of x on this side is 12. And the coefficient of x on this side is b. The constant on this side is 9 and the constant on this side is c. So the answer of A is 4, the answer of B is 12, the answer of C is 9. Most important thing, this was my question. They have given us this and they have asked for this one. But directly I can't give my answers. So that's why first I have solved it as much as it is possible. After doing my solution work, I have done the comparison. Okay, so be careful whenever they are going to give you two polynomials which are equal. Okay, first of all, you have to expand them as much as it is possible. No multiplication should be there remaining, no addition subtraction should be there remaining. Once you are done with all the process and you have got expanded part of both sides, only then you are going to start with the comparison work. Okay. Question number 1 of exercise 5.1. They are saying find values of all unknown. Okay, this is my question, that is which is given over here. Now the question is a bracket x minus 2 plus b bracket x minus 4 equals to x plus 2. Okay, now I have to, they are saying both sides are equal. So first of all, I have to check that either I can simplify any side or not. So as you can see, I can simplify this one. Okay, so when I will simplify it, ax minus 2a plus bx minus 4b equals to x plus 2. Okay, this is my first simplification which I have done. Over here I have got one x term and one constant term. Over here I have got two x terms and two constant terms. So rearranging it, ax plus bx. I have arranged these two together. What is remaining? Minus 2a minus 4b equals to x plus 2. Okay. Now, what is the next simplification I can do over here? I can see in these two, x is common. X is over here also, x is over here also. So I am taking x as common. So what will remain? A plus b. Over here, I can't take anything common. No variable of x is written over here. So minus 2a minus 4b equals to x plus 2. So what I'm going to do? The coefficient of x on this side is what? It's a plus b. The coefficient of x. And what is the coefficient of x over here? That is 1. I can't solve it further, so I'm just leaving it like that. Coming to constant, what is the constant over here? Minus 2a minus 4b. And what is the constant on this side? It's 2. Okay. If I will simplify it, taking 2 common on the other side, this will become a plus 2b equals to 2. Right? So I'm shifting minus 2 on this side. A plus 2b equals to, this is being multiplied, then I will shift it on the other side. 2 divided by minus 2, and the result is going to be a plus 2b equals to minus 1. Now I have got two equations in term of a and b, and I will solve them simultaneously. A plus b equals to 1, a plus 2b equals to minus 1. I'm solving them by elimination method. Minus minus plus. This is cancelled. B minus 2b will be minus b. This will become 2, which means b is coming minus 2. And if I will put it over here, a plus b is coming minus 2 equals to 1. So the value of a will be minus 2 shifted over here. Value of a will be 3. That is your answer for question number 1.